My friend Vonnie.
Hi,
Vonnie
Prince.
Fast is just an exceptional all-around human being. I had the good fortune of meeting Vonnie through some of our other agents. Vonnie is also aligned with the Richard Robbins organization. Of course, you guys know, listening right now, we are very careful with the guests we bring onto the show. We want to bring value. We want you to really, get something from each presentation. Vonnie's business mirrors ours in that she's works for herself. She's building her own business. She works largely by repeat and referral. She is currently the #1 Cutco gift rep, and she has been the #4 in the world in a company that's been around for years and years and years and years. And today she's really going to talk about, she called me a couple weeks ago and she said, what are you finding and how's it going with your people? And I said, I'd be interested to hear what you have to say about how we can continue to generate repeat and referral business in a market that's shifting. And of course, Vonnie's database is realtors. That's primarily who she's selling to. And realtors in a shifting market that maybe don't want to be investing as much on the gifting side of their business. And so I said, can you come on the show and share with us what you're doing right now and what's sort of working for you, and parallel some of those ideas to our team of realtors. So Vonnie, welcome. Thank you for being here today. I'm going to stop my share so you can start.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to start my timer just to keep myself on track. Thank you so much. It's great to see Sam, Jeff, you both. And I'm really, truly excited to be back. It's been about a year. And, when the knife lady shows up, it's going to be a good time, right? So we're going to take about 20, 25 minutes max. And I'm, like Sam said, I'm going to share some strategies that I'm using right now that I've used when markets have shifted in the past, and strategies you can implement right now, today, if you're not already on some of them, to deepen your client relationships, nurture loyalty, and ultimately measurably increase your repeat and referral business, or referral business, now and well into the future. And I'm also going to talk about gifting, not just Cutco gifts. I will speak to Cutco a little bit towards the end so I can educate and update you guys on what we're doing to support you if you need help there with client appreciation. But I'm actually going to expand the conversation a little bit to talk about gifts in general and generosity, and how we can strategically leverage giving and gifting to impact referral business as well. Sound good, you guys? Everyone nod their heads, all 130 people. I know you're with me because yes, I sell Cutco gifts. I sell knives. I'm the knife girl, but my real business I see is client loyalty and referrals. Everything that I do in this industry, whether it's getting on a meeting like this and sharing ideas and strategies I do myself, or getting you memorable gifts that have an impact well beyond the transaction itself. Like, everything I do is in service to helping you guys build a kick butt, repeat, and referral based business that I've been privileged and able to do. And so, yeah, like Sam said, why should you listen to me? I'm not a realtor, but I don't know, I'm a fellow entrepreneur of 29 years. 29 years ago, I started selling Cutco when I was 5. They gave me a bag of knives. They said, good luck to you. I made it work. That's my one joke. I have to use it every time. I started selling Cutco actually when I was 18. I was in first year university taking marketing. And my goal was to do corporate advertising. I was never going to be in sales. I didn't like the idea of sales. I wasn't even going to be an entrepreneur. But I stumbled upon this Cutco gig as a part-time summer business or job that I was going to be putting on my resume, and one thing led to another. And I'm here today. And so, remember I said my business was really similar to yours? There's one key difference between mine and yours. And still to this day, there's restrictions for us. We weren't allowed as Cutco reps to build our database in any other way other than through referral. No cold calling allowed, no door knocking, no Zillow, no online lead gen, no website, no social media, nothing like that. The only way was through referral. So when I started, I had to make a list of my friends and family and my friends of friends, my practice list, my sphere. I called them up. I booked practice presentations and appointments and coffees, and I sat down and I educated them on knives, much like you do educating people on listing and buying and all that kind of stuff. I know it's different, but the point is every single time I asked for referrals. And it was a little awkward at first, but it quickly became my normal. And I learned to plant the seed, and I learned some mindset pieces and skill set pieces that I'm going to share with you today of how I built that database, my first 15 years in business, to 3,000 clients, almost 100% through referral, and then transition that skill set to the business gifting space we're in today. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go into some slides. And this is my favorite quote. It keeps me grounded. I start every presentation with this, no matter what the content, because I believe so strongly in this. Scott Stratton, he wrote Unmarketing and Unselling. I love him. And this quote, if you believe business is about relationships, which I do, make building them your business. It's as simple as that, no matter what market we're in, right? If you want an insane amount of repeat business and referral business, in my mind, yes, we try to create a great experience for our clients. That's half the battle, right? We really go to bat. We don't have to be perfect, but we're client-centered. We're working for them. We create an experience that's worthy of being talked about and shared. And then the other half the battle is continuing to pour into people and show up for them and continue to bring value consistently to them. And we're going to talk about ways to do that. And yes, Sam, I am going to talk about briefly reaching out because it is fundamental. And I know we've all heard it. Sam just did a whole thing on it, right? Reaching out. We know to do this, right? Even me, I know, and I speak on this all the time, but are we doing it? And are we doing it consistently, right? Do we have a target each day? I will tell you guys, I have a list right up there generated from my CRM every single week. And I get up there. Yesterday, I was so busy. I had so much going on. I got up there at my stand-up desk and I made 5 to 10 outgoing calls and texts and videos. And I'll tell you, when COVID hit and that market shifted like that, I didn't know what to do. I shared this last year with you guys, but none of us knew what to do. It was uncertain like it is today in some way. And I knew one thing, relationships are everything and connection is key. That's it. And so I printed off my client list of 1,500 realtors and mortgage brokers that I've served over the last 15 years and just started calling, texting, sending videos from the top down of my list. And it wasn't super scripted. It wasn't super thought out even. It was just thoughtful. And it reminded me to show up and be real with people. That's it. We get so worried about what to say. People only care that you care about them and how you made them feel. In this market, more calls, that's it, more texts, more videos, more conversations in and around your holidays, in and around your time off, more opportunities to help. The more we can create engagements with our clients, the better. Do you guys know why good clients leave us? There's 2 main reasons. I'm going to share the first one here and the second one in a bit and how we combat them. 68% of people leave their salesperson because they feel we're indifferent to the relationship. That's a perceived indifference. We do care, but do they know that? They're thinking, where's my realtor? Maybe not every day, but they're like, we had this great experience and I never heard from him again. And you're thinking, and now I'm exaggerating just so you know, but you're thinking, should I call them? I mean, is it weird to call them? I mean, they're busy, it's summer and, are they going to think I'm just trying to sell them something or get something from them? Am I going to be bothering them? Do they really want to hear from their realtor? Right? We get in our heads and I'm not immune to that either. And oftentimes I have to tell myself, Bonnie, shut up in your head and serve. Shut up and serve is kind of my mantra. Just not about me. Just call and check in and love on them. All right. Then if we have a referral mindset, we can make those engagements even more valuable and meaningful for everybody. And here's what I mean. Before I dive into the skill set of asking, planting the seed and some of those things, we have to get the mindset, or at least I had to get the mindset right, because I could tell you all of the things. And if there's some block, if you're like, yeah, reviews are easy to ask for, but referrals aren't, if we got something that's blocking us there. So let's try to address this. I've already spoken to on the mindset piece, show up for people and bring value consistently. You can absolutely ask for referrals. I'm a big believer in that. When you give, as you do during the experience and after the fact too, you can absolutely ask for referrals. I got a couple questions for everybody listening. Now, I know I can't see your hands up and all that, but you feel free to pop it in the chat. How many of you have received referrals without asking? I'm sure many of you have received referrals. They've come in without you asking for them. That's great because you're awesome. People are going to refer you. But where I go with it is how many referrals have we left on the table because we just didn't ask or plant the seed on the front end, which I'll speak to as a skill set. How many of you have felt awkward or hesitated or not sure or uncomfortable about asking for referrals in a certain moment, right? I think there's vulnerability in asking. I think a lot of us are better givers than we are receivers. It can be hard to ask, right? But, and we go into our heads on that too. Oh my gosh, conditions just came off. They're so excited. They're so happy with me. I should probably ask for referrals, but it's not about me right now. And oh my God, and we get in our head, oh, it's just going to be an email signature. P.S. I'm never too busy for your referrals. You just leave it there, right? Like, honestly, I get it. I've been there and I understand. But here's mindset shifts that help me. This is beyond anything I could. If you don't let them know referrals matter to you at some point, verbalize that. How can they give back to you? I will tell you, people are human beings there. Most of them, you go the extra mile. They want to give back to you. Allow others to give back to you. I can't tell them how many service people I've had that have done amazing jobs for me. And like a small percentage will ask me for a review or ask for referrals. It's so powerful when you allow others. My strongest relationships in my business with my clients and referral partners and my office managers are when I've asked for help and support as well after giving value to them. And check this out. If you don't ask, this is the greatest mindset shift I ever had. You can't serve their people that they care about most. We often think that asking for referrals is about us. Yes, it's great for us. But what if, like, if we can frame it as, I love to help people through referral. Do you have friends and family right now that are looking to buy or sell? I'd love to support them and help them. If we can frame it that way, let me ask you, if you don't ask to help their friends and family, is it possible that their people that they care most about could work with somebody else that doesn't have their best interests at heart? It's possible. So I'm trying to guilt you into getting good at this. You guys with me? Because yeah, you are the most worthy of the referrals because you care. And if you don't care, you're in the wrong business. You do care. So 2 skill set pieces that were game changers. Now we have the mindset. 2 skill set pieces that I'm going to share with you that were game changers for me on the referral side. And I continue to employ to this day. Number 1, you got to practice your ask behind the scenes. I'm going to tell you to practice. I'm never above scripting something out. Take a screenshot of this. You'll text me at the end if you want for scripts. I'm going to send you stuff that you can bounce off of. Now, scripts, sometimes you think you're going to be inauthentic, but it's not the case. I always bounce off of things people have done before that have worked and then make it my own. My ask would be different than yours. Jeff, oh my gosh, we're having a conversation. It's been about a year since you bought or sold, and we're having a great conversation about your family in the summer. Hey, Jeff, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've known you for a year and I've never asked you for referrals or talked about referrals, and they're the most important thing to me. I got to ask you, is there anyone in your circle, friends, family, colleagues, neighbors that might need support with real estate this year? There's a lot going on in the market, or have had conversations with you about real estate that you'd feel comfortable introducing me to that I could help. I love helping people through referral. You just ask for referrals. Okay. Number 2, we got to plant the seed. All right. I'm going to bring up Tom Story because he's one of my favorite people. And I know he has done this and does this. So I'm going to use him as an example. Hopefully I'll get it right. But I used to plant the seed every presentation I did back in the day, sharing with people before I presented Cutco, before I showed them, sharing how important referrals were to me. And that I just wanted them to have an awesome, fun time with me, that they'd feel confident and excited to refer me, whether they bought or not. So planting the seed is about sharing with your clients at the beginning of the process or during the process. Ideally at the beginning, share with them that referrals matter to you. Just plant the seed. We get so caught up in the ask. Planting the seed is if you feel uncomfortable with the ask or awkward, just start planting the seed. Just do that, right? And how, my understanding of what Tom does or did a couple years ago, I mean, Tom has a strong business already based on referral, repeat, so much. And my understanding is once he finds out what's important to the client first, that's key. Got to find out what's important to them first. It's okay to share. He shared and shares what's important to him too. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer Seller, thank you for sharing what's important to you. We're going to try to get that job done for you, given the market conditions, whatever. And I want to share something that's really important to me too, is I work through referral, and my main goal is to do such a great job for you that you can't help but refer me to your friends and family. And I want to earn that right. and earn your trust. So let's get this job done. Find a way to share with them that that matters to you. All right, everybody good there on referrals? Nodding heads. Okay. Let's talk about gratitude, not just gifts, but gratitude. And why am I bringing this up as a, I guess, strategy? In my mind, in building my own business over the last 29 years, the referral mindset was a building block. Those referral skill sets were a building block. And this to me has been the cherry on top, the most powerful strategy that I've come across. Plus, it's from the heart. It's not just a business strategy, if you know what I mean, but it has been the most powerful thing to put into my business in the last 15 years. And people, human beings, no matter who we are, we need to feel acknowledged and appreciated, don't we? It's a deep human need. I'm going to suggest you put love in your business plan. And some of you might feel like that's a little wishy-washy. That's okay. It's the results, not that you're doing it for the results, are hardcore awesome, right? Remember this? People, if they feel we don't care, they leave. Naturally, then if they feel like we care or acknowledge and appreciate them, they'll stay. That impacts loyalty, and the loyal clients are the best referral sources, aren't they? The best referrals come from your most loyal supporters. I will tell you this, in my belief as a business owner, loyalty is the number one competitive advantage we could ever ask for. And generosity, I believe, is the most powerful tool to unlock loyalty. Now, generosity can mean a lot of different things. It can mean giving, being generous with our time and attention, right? Being really present on that phone call when you check in, or just being generous with our value and our stats and our monthly newsletters and our educating people and sharing our knowledge, sharing our stories with them. Generosity can mean giving care packages and gifts and Popeyes and those sorts of things. And gifts, like gifts for centuries, have simply been a vehicle to show the value we're placing on a relationship, right? So if relationships are our business, which then gifts become this beautiful way to honor and acknowledge our relationships. Now, there's lots of ways, numerous ways we can show appreciation. I'm not going to go into all of them. Some of them you already know, but handwritten cards. I mean, I had a mortgage broker tell me he did 2 cards a day in times like these when the market shifts. And if you do have some space open up, to write 1 card or 2 cards a day to your clients, your sphere, whoever you want to thank, your referral sources. My mortgage broker client tracked the ROI on 2 handwritten cards a day for 6 months, I think it was, $35,000 ROI. Not again that you're doing it for that, but it's quite interesting. When was the last time you got a handwritten card in the mail? Not at Christmas. It really does stand out, and it creates gifts and generosity, and little things like this create opportunities for conversations and engagement that lead to referrals as well. Appreciation videos, they cost nothing. I can't tell you guys how many videos, 30-second videos I've sent to clients and managing brokers over the last 2 years when COVID happened. And now, like, it's my number one. I love, if you're ever wondering what to say to a client, send a video, thinking of you, just wanted to appreciate you. Thanks for choosing me. You know, do you have any questions on the real estate market? I'm here for you. Let me know if you need anything, right? Powerful stuff. Care packages. I mean, you could do a number of different types of care packages, and some of you do those things, Popeyes, Thanksgiving, you know, different things. I've sent books out. I've done Cutco. I mean, ice cream scoops. When COVID hit, I became Santa Claus. I just popped by with ice cream scoops and here's the scoop. You're the best. Just loving on people, letting them feel that. And we could talk about a number of different gifts and care packages and different things and strategies there, but I want to share this because I think 90% of business owners don't get to step 1 on this, which I believe is to define your tribe. And what do I mean by that? Do you know who your top 20% of clients are? Make a list if you have a date. Now, if you're new in the business and you're listening now and you're like, I don't have a big database, that's okay. Your sphere, your people, those are your mom is your tribe. Like, that's your tribe. Your people you know that are going to bat for you. But why do I tell you to do this or suggest this is, as you grow in your business and your database grows, it's amazing to segment your top 20%, your A list, your gold group, VIP list, whatever you want to call them. And why? Because 80-20 rule, 20% of your people are going to give you 80% of your business and results and referrals. So do you know who these people are, first of all? And do they know how much you appreciate them? So I'm telling you this because I procrastinated this as a business owner for many years, because you get in the thick of things, you're building your database, you're doing all the things, you're running from one transaction to the next. I finally stopped. This was 9 years ago, and I wrote a list, and they were 75 of my realtors and mortgage brokers at the time, and I sent them a letter. I declared them as my gold group tribe. I sent them a coffee on me. It wasn't epic, it wasn't even expensive. I donated on their behalf, and since then I've loved on them in various ways. They get the invites to my micro events. They get the invite to my client party. I try to send them Cutco and surprise gifts. And I'm going to share one way we can support you with the VIP list, okay? And then we'll finish things off with talking a little bit about the gifts. But we've had a number of realtors and mortgage brokers in the last couple of years, especially send out, some of you have done this, send out single pieces of Cutco like this as a surprise. Out of the blue is the key to their top VIPs and referral sources with a letter or a note. And we provide you the letter and you can springboard off of it. But it basically says, and you could do this with other gifts, by the way. This is just one idea for you. For all of your support and loyalty, thank you so much. Can't thank you enough for all your referrals, your support through the years. I imagine you might be cooking a lot more. I know we are the last couple of years, so this is just the start of your collection. And P.S. every referral you send our way, I want to keep building your set to say thank you to you through time. And it shows the whole collection they can build through time. People that have given you five-star reviews, check this out. It's a way to identify your VIPs. One of our top agents sent out 27 knives out of the blue to his top 5-star reviewers. 1-minute video, check this out, and then we're going to start to wrap things up with the gifts, okay? Check this out.
Hey there, Vonnie. It's Taylor here. I hope that you're doing awesome. I'm going to do some math for you. So we sent out about 27 of the little knives that could, and based on my estimate, I think we've 10x'd our money in 60 days. So not all the deals are written yet, but what I'm saying is that we have almost got a 20% referral rate using this mechanism in 60 days since implementation. So that makes me feel awesome. In fact, that makes me feel like a gangster.
That's my theme song. I cut it off before the swear word, Sam, Jeff, just so you know, in the song. Okay.
The family show, Bonnie. It's a
I
family show.
I know. Hey, I'm totally appropriate. So ultimately, giving starts the receiving process, no strings attached when you're giving out there. Okay. Remember I said there were 2 reasons. I'm going to wrap this up in the next few minutes, and then we'll open it up for Q&A. But remember I said there were 2 reasons people don't come back to their realtor. And if they don't come back to you, they can't refer you. This is the second thing. Just breaks my heart is people forget our names. 86% of people intend to use their realtor, 9% remember your name after 2 years. And we do our best to keep in touch, right? And some of us do that better than others. But, and it's not personal. We just forget stuff. Hey, oh my gosh, my realtor was so great. Shoot. What was his name again? And they just can't recall. So where we went with it is, what if your gifts could help, but in a classy way, not a tacky way? And what I mean by that is most of you are spending, we found most agents are spending money on gifts anyway, baskets, gift cards, bottles of wine, dinner out, things like that. Those are great. But what happens to most gifts? You give it, they like it, they eat it, drink it, or spend it. It's gone, it's consumed right away. There's nothing commemorative, memorable. And so that's why we partnered with Cutco. We wanted to change that. And so we partnered with Cutco. Cutco, for those of you that don't know, they're like the Rolex or Ferrari or Tesla or Yeti of kitchen knives. I'll cut half of a penny here so you can just see the quality. But Cutco is the only knives in the world that are guaranteed beyond a lifetime. Like, check. It's always fun to cut a penny, right? People have these 10, 20, 30 years passing down to their kids, like the staying power. They outlast their mortgage and they love them. They become go-to tools. So what we did for you is we pre-selected the most popular tools so that you could feel confident giving these to most anybody. Everybody will use them whether they cook or not. We put them in packages between $75 to $275, so you could pick gifts according to your budget. And then we have the ability to custom engrave your logo with gratitude, your name, classy on the blade, super subtle on the backside if you like, or even personalized to the client's name, made especially for Jen and Joe for a little extra cost. And what this does keeps you top of mind forever in the kitchen where everybody hangs out. It's always there every time we use it. One of my clients texted me a month ago. She's like, Bonnie, we just closed a deal from a knife we gave in 2008. I'm like, that's so great. And one of my clients reminded me last year, they tracked 4 consecutive deals from a conversation that started about the gift, the knives at a dinner party the realtor wasn't at. So, but your gift is there, it's always there. And we help you create a system for giving, meaning we set you up with a 6-month or year supply of gifts, whatever volume that is for you. So you have it on hand, and then we bill you over time. So it's easy on cash flow. So when you have a need for a gift, closing, referral, silent auction donation, VIP surprise gift, you can grab it, go give it, it's done. You can always personalize and add to it, bottle of rum, bottle of wine, sharp knife and alcohol. We highly recommend the sharp knife and alcohol pairing for your clients. Definitely include a Band-Aid. All right, in summary, all the gifts range $75 to $275, from pizza cutters you can give with pizza on moving day to the ultimate referral gift. Thanks for spreading the word. How cheesy is that? But hey, you could imagine giving that with bagels and cream cheese instead of a $100 gift card for a successful referral, or part of a closing package. This is the little knife that you could put with charcuterie or your board, or put it in our gratitude box. I know some of you do this. We ship you the box and then the gratitude box with your knife of your choice. You add wine or olive oil if they don't drink. You can present the gift however you like. We do custom wood boards for you too, that you can pair with a knife or two to 2-piece packages. You can grab and go and personalize as needed.